So today I discuss about the Republic Act number 5487, an act to regulate the organization and operation of private detective, watchmen or security guard agencies, also known as the Private Security Agencies Law. So the purpose of Republic Act 5487, an act strengthen the private security industry, amending for this Purpose Republic Act number 5487, otherwise known as the Act to regulate the organization and operation of private detective, watchmen, or security guard agencies. Is who supervises implements this law. So the supervises implements this law is the SOSIA. So ano nga ba ang SOSIA? This is the Supervisor Office for Security and Investigation Agencies. And next is the PNP CSG. So Philippine National Police Civil Security Group. That is the supervises implements this law. So they have the rule number 1, declaration of policy. Section 1 is scope. The organization, operation, business, and activities of private watchmen, security or detective agencies, security training institution or system, as well as private security and the training personnel shall be governed by these rules and regulation implements Republic Act 5487 as amended. So that is the section 1 is scope. So ano nga ba ang declaration of the policy? Declaration of policy means that portion of the insurance contract at the beginning of the policy that describe the basic information including but not limited to policy number, name insured period or insurance, main covers, exposure, description, limits or insurance, deductibles, and endorsement. That is the policy declaration. So next is the section 2, license necessary. So tungkol ito sa license. No person shall engage in the business of or act as private detective agency or engage in the occupation, calling, or employment of security person or in the business of private security and training agency without first having obtained the permit from the Chief of the Philippine National Police with the permit of approved is requisite in obtaining a license certificate. So dapat dito may license ka upang maging permanente. B license is likewise necessary for any person operating, managing, directing, or conducting a licensed private security and detective training agency. Any person having any participation in the management or operation thereof except this employ solely for manual work shall also require a license. So any person daw dito dapat may license private security ka, detective at may training agency ka para ma-secure yung license mo. So next is the section 3, training required. All applicants for license certificate shall have received the appropriate training from any public or private training institution system duly recognized by the government to conduct private security or police training. So, dito sa section 3 is the training required. Dapat may license certificate ka, shall have receive the appropriate training from any public or private training institution daw. So, Section 4, Prohibition. No license certificate shall be granted to any applicants for license to operate or license to exercise security profession with the following disqualification. Ito yung mga disqualification. A. Having previous record of any conviction of any crime. B. Having previous record of any conviction of any offense involving moral turpitude. C. Having been dishonorable, discharged, or separated from employment or service. And D. Being a mental incompetent. E. Being a user addicted to the use of prohibited drugs or narcotics. F. Being a habitual drunkard. And G. Dummy of a foreigner. So yan yung mga disqualification kung may anong tawag nito? Kung may mga bisyo ka. So next is the Rule 5 license to exercise private security profession. So ito yung mga private security profession. So section 2, basic requirements of private security personnel. Ito daw yung mga basic requirements of private security personnel. So kailangan nating Filipino citizen, not be less than 18 years of age, must have taken a private security course, seminar, and or must have adequate training or experience in security, business, or in daring security or detective services. And of good moral character, so dapat may good moral ka and must not have been convicted of any crime or violation of these rules and regulation carrying finality of probation to be licensed and must be physical and mental fit. That is the basic requirements of private security personnel. So next is the section 3, qualification of private security guard. So ito naman yung mga qualification niya. Private security guard. No person shall be licensed as security guard unless he passes the following qualification. Ito yung mga following qualification na para maging security guard security guard. So dapat Filipino citizen, high school graduate, physically and mentally fit, not less than 18 years of age, not more than 50 years of age. For new application and SGs in the non-supervisor position, and of course has undergone a free license training course or its equivalent. So next is the section 7, exemption from basic freelancing training. A. Veterans and retired military police personnel or those honorable discharged military police personnel possessing all the qualification mentioned in the proceeding section shall be exempt from a freelancing training and seminar and academic scholastic attainment, which is the requirement for the essential insurance of license to exercise private security profession, but shall not, however, be exempted from taking the refresher training courses or its equivalent. So, dapat veterans and retired military police personnel ka and shall not, however, be exempted from taking the refresher training courses. So be like twice graduate of ROTC advanced. So dapat graduate of ROTC advanced ka na or CHDF or its equivalent in the PNP. Training graduate shall be exempted from the required basic license training or seminar. So next is the section 13, renewal of license. So ito yung renewal of license. A deadline for filling and late filling. The deadline for the filing of application for renewal of license to exercise profession shall be 60 days prior to the month of the expiry date. So, ito yung deadline for filing of application daw. 60 days prior to the month of the expiry date. And the application file accepted thereafter shall be finalized for late filing. Next is the section 4, qualification from security officer. No person shall be licensed as security officer unless he has the following qualification. So, this is the qualification. Filipino citizen, holder of a baccalaureate degree, physically and mentally fit, and has graduated from a security officer training course or its equivalent. So that is the following equivalence of security officer. So next is the position of license. All licensed private security personnel while in the exercise of their profession shall have in his body and position his her valid license to exercise private security profession together with the corresponding proof of payment of license fee. So possession of license shall have in his body and possession his her valid license to exercise private security of profession.